Trying to do this shit just is what it is, man. Look, it's your boy Shancello. You already know this is Topics 513. I'm with no other than Fooly Rambo today. I've been trying to get this interview done for a minute. I don't know what the situations be, but we did the stream on Topics 513 on Twitch. So if you missed that, I can't get a copy of it. I guess it was for certain. I gotta do a certain thing on there to actually become a actual streamer, which I am now certified an official streamer on Twitch. So you can make sure you check us out on Topics 513. But we just gonna run this interview pretty much back for the people who didn't get to catch, you know what I'm saying, what was going on last time. It was pretty much just our first introduction to Twitch to getting things together, but I want to be able to bring something for YouTube as well and all the other social media outlets. So, we not even gonna rewind. We're not gonna rewind, but we just gonna have a good conversation because that's what Topics is about. It's not really necessarily about music, but it could be about business. It could be a funny situation. It could just be about a situation. What we do here, man, is just we talk to each other. We try and find, good ways to make things work. We solution-based people. So, we also do interviews and things like that, to that nature. So I'm just planning on having some of the best people you probably ever seen, not just in Cincinnati, but worldwide. That's the whole plan to the show. But right now, like I say, without further ado, I want to introduce, my guy. I know this dude is being not only just a music artist, he's also involved in business. So without further ado, I want to introduce my guy Fooly Rambo. Y'all make sure y'all check him out too on YouTube at Fooly Rambo or Fooly Rambo /Topics. And you can get a whole bunch of information from him. How you feeling, bro?
I'm good, man. What's up, man?
You already know, just trying to get this done so people can get a little understanding of actually who Fooly really is, because I know people probably wondering, who is this guy? What is he really about and all that? So let's just go ahead and give him an introduction. Where are you actually from and where do you come from?
I'm Fooly Rambo. You can call me Fooly Rambo or Big Fool or just Fool.
Okay, so
I'm from the Lincoln Courts down the way Land Street. Yeah.
Like I was pretty sure that you probably was from down here. From every time I see you, so many people that's down here, and you do a lot. Like you got a lot of things going on. But how was it growing up down here? Is this where you was born and raised?
Yeah. So basically, I was born living in the courts, but obviously I moved when I was 5. But when we moved, I was one of them people that always gravitated back somehow.
Right.
I used to always come to my grandma's house that she'd always live down here, or I just come down to my niggas' house and stay at their house. I just do anything to be down here.
Right.
But don't get me wrong, when we moved, I had friends everywhere else too, though.
Right.
So I used to be all around.
So what are some of your influences as far as being down here? Do some of the people that you grew up with still inspire you to be able to come back down here and, politic with them and, do a whole bunch of business and stuff like that? What is it that, what's the reasons why you probably found yourself still back down here?
Just me trying to better the youth and change my environment. I feel like everybody always make it to a certain point and just don't try to better the hood.
Right now, I agree with you.
Cause it's of course, cause we trying to make it out the hood. But
right.
Some people, I think too deep with this shit. Yeah, I can make it out. I can change my family life, but what about the other people I love back there, down there? What they doing? They're stuck. The people that can't move out. You know what I'm saying? So I rather. If I was to make it to a certain point, I was gonna try to just better the community. I don't know. I've been writing down so many plans just to better the youth, get the youth together, get the adults, I don't just dive into what I'm talking about, all type of stuff. Like it's all type of stuff I got on my plate.
I mean, it's a
We
lot
got to
of.
change what this really is. Like this ain't. When I was growing up, it wasn't shootings every day. Like
No, for real.
I ain't as a kid, I ain't never seen nobody get shot.
Right. What made you? I mean, you see here, it seemed like it always just happened on the side of my door for some reason, though. You notice that that's just this year. Just talking this year. Am I lying? Like on the side of my door. That don't mean people gotta be scared to come down here. Just when something doesn't happen this past year, because nothing ever usually happen right here. Like it might be a little gunplay, whatnot. You know, I live on one of probably the hottest blocks in the city, so it just is what it is. But at the same time, it's still safe down here. All the people, you know, the kids
And
outside
all that
playing.
nonsense be happening at like 3 in the morning and shit like that.
Yeah, it's just random shit.
Random
shit.
late night stuff. I don't know what the fuck.
Yeah, I don't know what it is about being down here, but at the same time, like I said, you can be downtown. Like the people down here actually really cool for real. Everybody like close knit. So even if you didn't grow
It's like
up
a
with
family
the people,
down. It's like a downtown, like its own city. Like
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie.
No, for real.
It's like its own city. Like sometimes you don't even be needing to leave from down this
I agree. I mean, because everything will
But of
come
course
down
you gotta
here.
leave just to get different experiences and shit. You don't want to be stuck.
Not for real. I agree with you. So you know, you doing music and everything. What actually inspired you to even start doing music in the first place?
When I was young, I don't what this ain't what made me actually rap. Like my big brother used to rap. He used to rap since he was like 11. He 9 years older than me. He was rapping like his whole life for real.
Right.
And I used to listen to all his music on top of artists like Lil Wayne and other big artists like, you know what I'm saying? So that made me a listener like, for music. Like, you know, certain people just listen to songs just to catch a vibe, but I listen to songs to get feelings out of sometimes. Like if I'm in a certain mood, that's basically how I listen to music, off my mood.
Right.
I try to like express it through music somehow. Sometimes I do just be having fun with the guys, like whatever. But yeah, that made me a real listener. But then when my friends start passing, that's what made me really hop in the studio. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, no, because
So yeah, 2019, that had to be when I first wrote. Yeah.
that's when I actually moved down here around that time. So I know a lot of people that you actually talking about when you say a lot of people passed, because it was like a rough couple years, probably a rough like 3 straight in a row years where it just wouldn't stop for a minute. It just was crazy. So when you first picked up that pen though, or you know went in there and just started freestyle, I'm not sure you know how you put your put your music together when you actually doing it. I don't know if you go in the studio or you one of them people you consider to be a freestyler, or you somebody that actually take the time and write your music.
So I feel like with that process has to come off of the advantages you got or how you hit in the studio. Like if you in there every day, well, and you got to be good at freestyling and punching in. You got to be good at that. Everybody can't do that.
Right.
Because just going in there talking about nothing all the time is not really rapping. Like, you could do that sometimes, but sometimes you gotta drop some shit to where they can feel. Like I done made people cry off my song. Real niggas. Like I ain't never seen cry from songs that I made. That ain't normal. Like you know what I'm saying? But you gotta with the process. With me, I use it how it is for me. Like so, right now I ain't hitting the studio as often. So I write songs. I got a whole CD wrote right now, and it's like I write them because when I write, I could go. When I go to the studio, I can make more songs in less time. Like, versus going there just trying to think of what to say and punch in. It might take me more time. And I learned that process from Juice WRLD. He said he used to do that before he was rich and shit. Like he used to work, had to manage his time and his money. So He used to just go in there and I already had 10 songs wrote, record 10 songs in 4 hours. And so
Yeah,
that's what motivated me to start looking at that process like that.
no, that's impressive and very smart. I wouldn't want to sit up there and be writing and just wasting the day, wasting my money. Just writing to a track instead. When I go in, I can go ahead and just get a whole bunch of material done. I definitely feel that I do the same damn thing if I could get back in the
way
studio.
more productive that way.
I agree, especially already know how you already want these songs to be. The cadences, the way you wanted to flow and all that. You already done had to practice.
But I can honestly say, when you go in the studio and punch in, me personally, the song I can make a more funner song. Like,
no, I agree.
You know what I'm saying? Like when I'm writing, it's two in my thoughts. I'm thinking about you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know.
I think when you're writing, you try and make it make sense.
Yeah.
A whole bunch of shit. But when you will go in there and you start freestyling, then it's just whatever. So 9 times out of 10, you gonna make one.
You can find different flows when you punching in.
Yeah.
You might throw something in there that you can't throw in on the right side.
No, I agree. I think it's still a good type of songwriting. So I definitely agree with you. But when you started, you first started picking up that pen, you was writing and all that. What was you doing? Just going to the studio, or you just was, just holding on to the music?
I actually was in my apartment. I was working and I was just writing songs. I don't know what made me write the songs. Cause my friends died. I was just in the house grieving, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Is that the reason why you think you started rapping?
Yeah. I used to play around rap like with Duke. Like we gonna talk about him, but Duke, that's somebody I used to be with every day. He passed. Long live Duke. I used to like 2010, 2009. I used to we had a Mac computer. One of my friends stole a Mac from the school and sold it to me for $35. $35. Yeah.
Now that's fucking crazy.
We used to just play around and rap on just remix songs. Shit, like we ain't never put them out or nothing. We just listen to it ourselves. That's when I knew I could really rap for real.
Right.
But 2019 is when I really started being a rapper. I ain't take nothing serious before that.
When you started getting in, so did you just hold on to your music for a long time, or did you? What actually made you feel like, you know what? I'm going to the studio. I'm about to start dropping this.
My friends. When I rapped it to them, they like, man, you gotta drop that. That actually sound like something. Like,
nah, for real.
You know what I'm saying? And I wanted, because I kind of was shy with it, obviously, because I wasn't known as a rapper, so I wasn't just sitting there rapping it to them. I was like recording myself with the beat playing, rapping, and I sent it to all my niggas, like, what you think? And they'd be like, this fake hard. Like,
get your ass in the studio, drop that shit.
Enough people said it, so I went to the studio and made some shit.
But you don't even sound like a lot of people. It actually don't sound like nobody I ever heard. Like, your voice is a little bit way crazier than, most people's that I think I've ever heard. For you to probably been, I don't know how old you was at the time, but you definitely was a young cat back then, before the music, when you first started dropping music. Like, your voice deep as hell, like it's deeper than mine. I'm up in age and shit, so it's like how you sound like.
It's crazy because when I was in school at Taft, we had this class, social studies. My teacher was Mr. Conwell. He actually from my neighborhood, but he one of the people that went positive and motivating kids. You know what I'm saying? Went the right route. Like, he was the coach too for the football team at a point, but he was the teacher. We used to go in his bed. We used to call his bed the capping bed. Like, we used to cap every day in there. Like, but all they used to cap on me was my voice. They used to always imitate my voice and talk about it, but I ain't no simp. Like, I used to know how to cap. Like, I ain't taking no way. Like, it used to be funny. I used to cap on them too, and it's like from that they used to joke on my voice, and now people telling me my voice unique, and you know what I'm saying? It's like, that's crazy.
Yeah, nah, that motherfucker definitely unique, bro. You don't sound like nobody. Like I keep telling people, like, I really gotta
Shout
check
out
his
Ghost
music out.
Conwell.
And I shout out Mr. Conwell because I heard a lot of stories about him, but he wasn't there when I went to Taft. So, but he probably was a real cool ass dude. So, you being in the studio, like you want to elaborate on that because I kind of know the story, but I think a lot of people don't know. You know, when you was in the studio and you actually was doing your music, who you actually was in the studio with, and what motivated you to actually get to the point that you really wanted to with music. You want to elaborate on that?
So when I first went to the studio, I went to my nigga Don Sammy. He a rapper too. Shout out him. He had his own studio. I went to his shit. And, a lot of the guys used to be there, but him. And then I made Beast Mode and Heart Froze in the first studio, and then I put Beast Mode out, and that went crazy. And then next thing you know, he had upgraded his studio, got a bigger studio, better studio. So it's like we start trying to create like a music vibe in the studio, like to where like we just trying to lock in, like. But I was kind of like shy a little bit at rapping because I wasn't known as a rapper, like. So to rap in front of people was kind of different.
Right.
So that's around that time. That's around the time me, him, my nigga Quezzo, and Skylar Blatt used to be in that motherfucker every day. Like we used to be in there every day, like playing. We used to be playing each other 2K. And they used to be rapping and shit. Like, but I used to be like nervous, so I ain't never used to be like, oh, let's make a song, let's hop on this. Like, I used to be nervous. I ain't gonna lie, like to rap in front of them. Like, but I used to also like watch they work. Like all three of them is super creative. Like, so I used to be just watching them, just learning a lot on how they working, how they work ethic, and how they taking it, what they talking about in their songs, like how they, you know what I'm saying, venting in some songs, and just learning how to be a rapper just from them. Like, and they all three is very talented. And that little period was a great period. Like, I wish I would have pushed myself in there a little more, but I learned a lot just watching though. I'm happy I watched too. And I learned a lot from that shit.
How do you feel?
It was other rappers coming through every other day. Like it'd be hella different rappers coming through there, but we was the four core ones that was there every day. Like, you know what I'm saying?
How was it being in the studio with Blatt though? I mean, how you feel about her success now and how she climbing the charts, doing what she actually doing?
During that little span, that's around the time they made the little song Purple Slime Baby. That's actually got a lot of views, like 300,000 something on YouTube. It got a lot of views, but I was in the video. But they made that song. I was there when they made it. I watched all that. It's just like just seeing how creative she is amazing. Like, and I was just being able to watch that process is a blessing, and I appreciate all that. From all them, and her blowing up is cause I been knew Blatt. We used to go to the same school. We was kids. Like I knew her since we was young. Like so, just seeing her whole life process, it's just amazing to me. Like just seeing how she turning up. You know what I'm saying? I love that shit. Like, that shit just amazing. It's different.
Yeah, no, she's so consistent with what she got.
Also motivating, showing a lot of people you can do that shit coming from where we come from. Like she really came from the trenches. Like
I know y'all went crazy when y'all heard the song with her and Brown. Chris Brown for that. For those that don't know,
her and Chris Brown, when she put that song together, I guess like she just told us like, hey, come on the block, like. Our block, hot block, that ain't no drug block, nothing like that. We just a bunch of positive niggas used to be putting ideas together, trying to get some money, some positive money. Working man, real man. But she called us all right there. Was playing the song back to back. We probably played that song 40 times. Like,
oh damn.
getting, drinking,
I mean,
smoking,
but shit,
just
you're gonna do
vibing,
that.
'cause
You
we
gotta,
celebrating. She got a song with Chris Brown. We was really celebrating.
yeah,
Like
no,
that shit was like
no, it's
giving us
supposed to.
chills every time you play the song. Like it was real deep. And then in that process, he just happened to FaceTime.
Right.
She like, look, y'all, he calling, look. Answer, showing us, like, he like, what's up with the gang? Like, we like, oh, what up with? I'm like, he showed some real love. I'm like, he a real genuine nigga. Like, that shit was, and then they had their little conversation. But he was just a real nigga, like, just listening to them talk to each other and all that. Like, that shit, motivation, like, that shit was deep. Like, her. And it was, she also, other rappers done called, and she got songs with plenty of rappers that she ain't, but still, like, it's like, seeing her in that type motion,
Kind of crazy.
It's real motivation, like all motivation.
Yeah, I'm real proud of her.
And I'm proud of her. I appreciate the blessings she had let me be around, all that.
Right. I'm surprised I just saw her on stream with I Show Speed. Yeah, shout out to I Show Speed. People don't know, like, we are from the same city for the most part.
We went to the same school. I'm older than him. I ain't go to school with him, but we both went to CCPA at a point in our life.
Oh yeah. No. Oh damn. That's kind of crazy.
He actually was at CCPA when he was outside. I actually was there, but I'm not that type of, like, ain't nothing wrong with getting, but I'm just shy kind of. Like, that's what it is. I be shy to just approach people. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Something I need to change about myself. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's networking for real.
It is, but you get there.
Just meeting him and introducing myself, and just probably would have spit his son for him. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Anything. Like, that's just stuff I gotta get natural with doing. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's cool, but it was just amazing to see how he had the kids down there. Like,
for real. It was real crazy.
All my friends, not all my friends, but most of my friends had their kids meet him at some point that day. Like,
yeah, for sure.
They got their little clips in on that shit was amazing.
Yeah, I watched the whole stream. I followed him around the whole day, even when I was at work. So, you're right. Shout out to I Show Speed. Shout out to Blatt.
Shout out Skylar Blatt.
Oh, for real, man. Like I say, it looked like you really headed into that direction.
I'm making Cincinnati look good.
Oh, for real. It just look like you headed in that direction, man, with the things that you got going on, because I just don't see adults, following you or showing you love. I also see the kids, coming to you and, really respecting you. This is not, in the business. We won't even get into the business part yet, because I'm still talking about the music, but yeah. I see a lot of kids, always around you or coming up to you or speaking to you. So I know that, you got some type of influence. They obviously are paying attention, and I'm sure something else that, real positive is going to come real soon, with you keep on developing the way you are and keep on working. So
the music is definitely the first reason why the kids start embracing it. They even knew who I was.
Right.
That's how they knew who I was, just the music, listening to my music. A lot of kids like my music. I ain't gonna lie, they be.
Yeah, no. You got older cats that like your music. Don't get it wrong. Like my first.
Everybody that I presented it to say that it's good music, but I just gotta learn how to get it to the world. You know what I'm saying? It ain't about presenting it to the people I'm around. It's about getting it to the world.
You think that's what the was stopping, from a lot of people from being able to hear you, because you don't have the support? Or is it that you just don't know the right people to be able to get yourself in the position you want to be in?
It could be because I don't know the right people and I don't really know how to network. I had a lot of opportunities to network with some people, but I don't know. I just be focusing on real life shit like that I got going. I ain't where I supposed to be in life, like at 30 years old. So I try to focus on getting my shit together. These little obstacles I got going on, I'm trying to knock them out the way. You know what I'm saying? Get that going.
Yeah, nah. You got a song, like I say, I keep on saying this, for people that don't know, like I said, you got to check out his YouTube page. But he got this song called Uncle Buddy. And to me,
long live Uncle Buddy.
It's my favorite song. So, like I say, I've got to go back so you can reiterate how did you get this song together. Like I thought it was a fictional. Well, I wasn't sure if it was based on a real story or not. I just enjoyed listening to it because it had a real good storyline to it, and I could actually see everything in it. So, what made you come up with the song Uncle Buddy?
So Uncle Buddy is actually my real uncle. Like he passed in 2022, and it was like I made a lot of contribute songs. Like, so I'm like, I gotta make one for my uncle. Like this uncle, like, hey, this was the glue to my family. Everything to my family. Like he the one person in my family that like made sure everybody was straight. He gonna call you even if you ain't feeling down. He don't know how you feeling. He just might ain't talk to you in a minute. He gonna call you, make you laugh for about 30 minutes. Then you know what I'm saying? He'll do anything with everybody in the family. Like he the only person in our family that's connected to every single person. And he was big. Like that's crazy. Like I ain't never seen Unc sad, cry, none of that. So I had to make a song for him. And a lot of my contribute songs be pain songs, but I ain't make that one a pain song because Unc was like a real street dude. He the one taught me like how to be a man, how to hold my own, stand on my own, make sure nobody ain't, you know what I'm saying?
No, I get it.
Getting over on me, all that, man. Like, watch, even with the chicks, like, he told me little certain stuff, like, you can't love anybody. Like, it's a lot of little real life stuff he told me, like, just because we grew up. He real street dude, so he just telling me how to watch for myself, like, just growing up in the streets and stuff. Like, even though I wasn't really involved in a lot of that stuff, but
just pretty much taught you how to be your own man, stand on your own. You know.
I had to make something that I think he would have listened to, like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
I know he would have rocked too, like, you know what I'm saying? And I came up with the song Uncle Buddy. It's on all platforms.
The song is hard. You said that it was one thing that you remember that he definitely taught you when you was young, and it was a phrase. I gotta bring it back. I gotta bring this back because to me it may sound like he was ignorant, but I'm like, but when you really think about what he said, I see why you made the decisions, you know what I'm saying, to follow the path that you were supposed to follow. So what was it that he said to you? Because I can't remember it in exact, but I remember what you said.
All right, when I was a kid, he told me, like, basically, he told me straight up, like, dick riding is a crime. Like, if you like niggas that dick ride, you could go to jail for that, like, for a long time. Like, so I was like 6, 7. So it's like, damn, like, I ain't never want to be that. Like, once he told me that, I was scared of jail. Like that, he told me I wasn't trying to go to jail. You hear me? Like, so I was moving like that, and it just grew in me. Like, even though of course I learned down the line, like, you can't go to jail for that, but it's like, I see why he said it, like you said, like, so it's already instilled in me. Like, I don't give a fuck what you got, nigga.
Right.
You gotta be just pure real for me to fuck with you. Like,
nah, I agree with
just at least show me real vibes. Like, I don't, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, for real, for real. I think your music is not the same as everybody else's one because like the way you, like I say, one, the way you don't sound like nobody else. So you kind of like really stand out. So I know that when people go back and check your page, they're gonna be like, oh yeah, well, he definitely don't sound like nobody that I ever heard. And then if they actually really listen to your music, you're really talking about something. It's not like, you know, you out here just talking about, you know, shoot 'em up, bang, bang and all that. Or, you know, disrespecting the ladies and all that. Like, it's really real music. So
I really don't know how to go in there and just rap about nothing. Like, I don't if it ain't, I rap everything I say in my raps be damn there. It be about something. Only thing I'm probably capping about is when I'm talking about, like, shoot 'em up, bang, bang.
Yeah, for real. I ain't, but you know,
I just know that's a part of what the music culture right now, and I'm really around people like that, but I ain't like that. I got my gun on me to protect me, and I also got license for this shit. Like, I ain't just out here moving any kind of way. Like, I make sure everything is straight. I do not want no dealings with the law.
Right, not.
I don't do nothing to deal with them. Like,
yeah, none of us want no problems with their ass right now. You know, they on their high horse out there. You know, the brawl and shit that went on. So why they want to call that a brawl? So do you know anything about this whole situation, man? Or
I wasn't there, but Free G2, man, I don't feel like they talking about it was a riot. It was a brawl. That's what it was, a brawl. They talking about a riot. Like, how is it a riot if nobody broke nothing down? I thought riots, you tearing shit up.
Tearing shit up, and it ain't got nothing to do with a fight. If they don't have nothing to do with a fight.
Yeah, like, they just was fighting people. Like, how the fuck is that a riot?
Right. There definitely wasn't no riot. Definitely, we gotta get Goonie up out of there. I don't care what nobody say. Goonie 2 times, man. We still, you know, we rooting for you.
G2, man. We ain't gonna never stop pushing that.
I think they did him wrong, man. No matter what, you like I say, he was being taunted in those videos.
All them, man.
Yeah, actually, every last one of them. Because what happened in those videos should not have happened. You know, if you know anything about, you know, what they call the so-called Cincinnati brawl in Cincinnati, you can look the information up. It's still an ongoing trial with a lot of the people that was involved with that situation, but they're trying to keep it quiet. But at the same time, the police really acting their ass, and some people showing who they really are. I think a lot of people expose themselves, you know, since that situation happened. So you starting to see how a lot of people actually really perceive people to be, and where we should be, where we shouldn't be, who we should be spending our money with, and who we should. You know how that go. But I don't think it's a real racist thing, because when I'm downtown, all ethnicities say something to me. I speak to everybody, so I don't think it's that.
I got friends in every race, so that ain't. I don't look at no color like that, because I really got friends in every race. I got real friends in every race. Like, so, I've never been that type of person. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, no, but just want to, you know, shout that whole situation out, man. Free Goonie. You know, hopefully everything.
You too, man.
You're right. Well, I guess people don't.
I can't let you mess his name up.
Like, you know what? I ain't gonna mess his name up because he feel a certain way with how he addressed. You know what I'm saying? He a grown ass man. So, but that's what he really more known as in the street. You know what I'm saying? If anybody know who that, you know who he is. If you live in Cincinnati, you know that name. So, you know, people be like, well, who's
Goonie 2 times?
Yeah. Goonie 2 times. I gotta make sure I put the 2 times on that shit when it come to it. But we all praying for you, bro. You already know I got so much love for you. You know, that's my guy. So it is what it is. And like I said, but I want to get up off of that and get back, you know, what we originally was talking about, you know, with the music and all that. So I mean, what you plan on doing as far as this music right now? Because you say you only been doing this since 2019, 20, something like that.
I ain't dropped nothing to 2021, but I started writing in 2019.
Okay, and would you say, so what's the whole outlook for the rapping, you know, with what you got going on?
Basically, I'm trying to, like, I took, like, some time off because I've been, like I said, been trying to focus on real life shit. But basically, I'm trying to ease my way back into the, you know what I'm saying, the scene with it. Like, so I just dropped 2 EPs. One of them called Gone to November. The other one called Lost Tapes. They both on all platforms, but they got some good songs on it. I just put them out because I wasn't putting them on the tape. Like, that's the only reason. But